Hi, I am Roxy. I am here to ask you to do something for Steve6464. Can you watch as much of the video that you can? Then before you leave a comment. Make it a critique, a constructive criticism. Thanks. Oh, he's about to start. Bye.
And again, I forgot to turn on my microphone. So I got a bunch of OBS problems. I'm probably just gonna have to rebuild all my scenes, maybe even delete and reinstall OBS. I'm just quickly checking, see how nuts I've become. Okay, we don't need this. Let's go back to preview. So what I'm going to do today is render all the pauses, all the where we stopped, where we no longer we're no longer going to with each focal length change, right? And we're going to stop like here, stop here, render each of these. I'm going to render it twice the final size, and each one of these, just the area, we're going to take into Photoshop, open up the grid, and then plot out what we see here on the grid, and then we'll be able to get measurements and see how much of the area of the sphere we're actually looking at. Work it out to a percent. So let's go back. Let's go render dimensions. Yep, and we're going to double what we have already. And we're already at twice HD 4 size or whatever. So, okay, we're going to finish render at 3840 by 2160. But for the data information, we're going to double that, so that's going to be 7680 by 4320. Okay, and I should only need to do one because the aspect ratio is contained. 7680. And how does this sound? So, alright, let's go back to our notes. And our first pause is 90. I'm having a little trouble seeing the edges. I'm going to draw on my tape, not my screen. I just drew on the screen some screen cleaner will clean that up. Okay. So I'm going to select this area and render it. First thing I'm going to do is make a new folder. I was really hoping to have 3 cameras going today. I could have one on me, one on the screen, and then the other one on my other screen where you could see like the folders getting filled and all that other happy horse. But no. this close to ending, why would I expect things to work? Let's build this ball grid. Okay, new, cancel, new folder, call this, I'm going to call this data, or data. Okay, open that, render this. And what's going to happen is eventually we're going to get to ones where it won't render Firefly, and those will have to render just preview. God, 1:30 already. I was so ahead of the schedule today. Maybe I shouldn't render this so high, it's taking a while. In for a penny, in for a pound. We'll just stay here. Check on things. Alright, I am live. Good. Okay. My head hurts. This is gonna be one of those days. I don't have to force it to quit. All right. Export image. And we are going we don't want PNG, we just want TIFF. Data 001. All right. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, back to preview. The next pause is 195. And render. I think I might have bitten off more than I can chew by doubling this. Yeah, maybe I bit off more than I can chew by doubling this. I'm going to go back to the I'm going to go back to the my original resolution I was going to use for the end. And file this second one. Export the second one. Data 002. Alright, so preview, render dimensions. Let's bring this back to 3840. Okay, next pause is $300. That'd be right. Everyone is 105. 300. See how much slower this is going to be. And it's rendering the background. No, it's not. It's not rendering the background. That's another reason we're doing preview. Well, I'd rather do Firefly and drop in the background in Photoshop than do the whole thing in preview. But we have that other problem, or it just decided not to render some of the frames around like 800 or very near the end. A little faster, but I ain't doing this less than this. Okay, after 300 it's 405. So if there's anybody in the chat, this is a good time to chat with me, ask me questions while we're waiting. Anybody have any suggestions on how to deal with OBS? That'd be great. Come on. Okay, I'm going to close Photoshop. See if that doesn't speed things up, free up some RAM. Okay, after 405, 510. 105 frames. I'm having trouble seeing my screen because jerry-rigged a camera. I had to throw on a small tripod and balance it on my screen, which you can probably see in the lower left. And the tripod leg is right in front of the area that I want to click on. Alright, after 510 is 615. After 615 is going to be 720. Export. Double 06. Okay, after 615, 720. Okay, we're starting to get into the area where it stops rendering. Firefly. Okay, from 720, 825. Yep, and this one is solid black. Back to preview, get rid of this. Finally. Alright, render, settings, preview, render now. Well, if anything, this will give us an idea of the difference in quality between preview and Firefly. to 008. Alright, preview 825, 930. Let's see if this will render Firefly or render preview. think it's time for a upgrade in computer. Now I only need to save up for a new computer. Wait a second. Why did it render the whole? Okay, preview. Let's go back. Next one is 1035. Alright, render settings, Firefly, yes. Save settings. Oh no, it just looks, never mind. It did it right. Kind of. And this one is black as well, so it's just gonna have to be amazing, like every other one. Absolutely amazing. I don't understand. I really like it when things don't work the same way twice. We don't want it, delete it, that's going to take another. Unbelievable length of time. Come on, I have things to do. Thank you. Preview, render settings, preview, render now, preview. Okay, 10:35, then it's 11:40. Let's just keep going with preview. Stop flipping back and forth, wasting time. Okay, what's that? 11:40, 12:45. $12:45. I figure as we go, the difference between each individual stop is going to be less. It's going to be a geometric equation and not a linear equation. Okay, next one is 1350. Almost done. We have 1, 2, 3 more to go. How long have I been streaming so far? Not sure. Said I like how things always work out the same way twice. Alright, this is done. Export image. Okay, 1455. The next one. Okay, export this. $15.60. Export. $15. $16.65. And I'm really wondering if these last 3 or 4, if there's any visible difference. Something's going to tell me no. And finally, 1770. Alright. Done with this. Alright, so that's done. We've gathered all our data points, or whatever you might want to call it. Alright, go back to our, what the hell is this called? File manager, whatever. It's not called that anymore, is it? Create a new folder. I'm going to call this one frames. And it's where the individual frames are going to go for the animation render. Go back to the data. So we're going to go render, animation make movie, preview image files, all that. Yep, that resolution. Make movie. Frames. Ball grid. Yeah, that's good. We're going to drop the 2 though. And we're going to go save. Alright, while that is working, open up Photoshop. Alright, and it remembered this Photoshop. Excellent. Sometimes I have to tell it to refine Photoshop, which is a lot of fun. Okay. You get to see the project side project I'm working on. A bit of. Alright, let's import all these. And then let's find our grid. And we want backgrounds and textures. And we want one with the red lines. Let's go back to home so we can drag and drop this one in. I don't want to remove the guides, do I? Yeah, let's remove the guides. Clear guides. File. Save as. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's go back to data. Let's save this in data as well. And this will be 000. Grid 000. Alright, so let's go to the first one. Okay. I was hoping it would only make it file the square. So let's crop. let's flatten this because that checkerboard background is going to drive me nuts. Alright. Interesting. Alright, where's our grid? Maybe I should have opened all of them. So each black line is a foot, each blue line is 3 inches, each red line is an inch. Can I have it on two? Wow, I can do that on 2 screens. But you won't be able to see that. So, will it let me... This is what this look like. Why is it showing? God damn it. Really? What a love. Okay, this is what we're going to do. The easiest thing. Just to close Photoshop. Oh, it's already drawn 95, 96 frames. 97. Reopen Photoshop. And open our grid. And open data 1. Zoom in our grid. Okay. So let's find the top. Okay. And we're going to do this in halves. Anyhow, okay. So it's just a little bit above the first blue line. Let's make this 795%. Mm, 780. $750. No, I am not gonna, you know what? No. I'm not gonna use paths right away. I do want to make it layer. And we are going to use pencil. And we are going to use what color haven't I used on this that will stand out? A magenta. We're going to use a magenta for the foreground and for the background we're going to use a dark gray magenta. Alright, pencil. Two pixels, right? Which is the same size as the red lines. So just a little bit above the blue line. We will start, and then the bottom is a little bit below the blue line. We'll start left, left is past the first red line and almost in line with that yellow bit. So about here, I'm going to guess right. It looks like it's going to be right on the edge of the next red line. That don't seem right. I mean, if anything else, this is symmetric. Right. So. Okay, that is .12. Alright. How many more points do we need? Okay, the first red line is in that yellow. But how far? I mean, it should make an ellipse. Right. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be. I was hoping I could use some of the detail as a reference point. I mean, it's an ellipse, so the formula for figuring out an ellipse is still valid. No, that's what I did. That's what I'm doing wrong. Image size is not 10 inches, it's 10 feet, which is 120 inches. And we are not resampling. Okay. There we go. Now this is then 1.394 inches. 3.3 inches. And there should be a measurement tool somewhere. Does that disappear when we change tools? Yes, it does. What happened? Okay. Change tools again. Alright, so this is intersection of the red and blue line. This might actually be just off to the right. This one is a little past. This one is the same. Right, red and blue line. But then is this the actual center? Half of 42. Image size 25 megabytes. 42. Okay. So that would give us 21. Yeah, it's pretty damn close to the center. Okay. I think I'm going to have to do the rest of this on my own time. Right, and not be wasting yours. There's not quite enough information. Another layer here. For the paths. half the way. That's not a true representation. The power problem we're having here is when you take a ball and flatten it out, you have distortion going this way, but this is, we started with a grid and made it to a ball, so we're having this inverse distortion, I guess. Alright, let's paths. Fill path. Foreground color. Okay. Stroke path. Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't hit save. Make selection. No feathering. Okay, let's go back to layers. Choose this layer. Edit. Fill. Foreground. Edit. Stroke. Inside 8 pixels. Layer, flatten image, deselect, file, save as, grid 1. Okay. I will work on the rest of this during the week. Let's close Photoshop. I guess. And let's look at the poser before we go. It's already done 391 frames. Show you what that looks like in File Manager, frames. You have to look at the bottom left. There we go. Why did it? Oh, for the love of... The first 29 frames, it didn't render the ball. Why didn't it render the ball? Oh, it's already 409. Well, I'll let this finish rendering out. And then I'll figure out why it didn't render the ball in the first 29 frames. And fix that. Wonderful. Okay. So let's go back to here. Center myself. Well, if you do view this, thank you for putting up with me and my technical issues and some of my brain emptiness, my brain failure. Thank you again. If you like this and want to see more of me stumble around, please like and share. And until then, have a good day. Be safe. Be a friend to someone who needs a friend. And the only thing I've left to say is,
look, an echo chamber of derp. Derp, 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 derp.
Derp, 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 derp.
Derp, 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 derp. Derp, 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 derp,
Perspective. Gravity is not a force.
Einstein replaced Newton.
Jerp, 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 jerp.